There are at least 125,000 kilometers of coastlines around Europe. From cold North Cap to warm Greece, from hard rocky to soft sandy, from fascinating wetlands to amazing drylands. Very well and very bad managed. The basic knowledge about our coast we can get by studying in old-fashioned libraries or by internet. The practice about our coast we can get by experience of people. Experience and knowledge. By launching common European project, many people get possibilities to get both of them.
COPRONET is an EU-funded project which is bringing together 21 different partners from Poland, around the European coast to Portugal, around to Greece, in an effort to share experience and knowledge amongst different people who are responsible for the management of our coasts. This includes planners, it includes managers, and it includes the coastal community too, as well as non-governmental organisations which are an important part of the project. We're looking at different aspects of coastal management, particularly erosion and how we can live with the threat of erosion that's occurring around Europe, and also looking at tourism, how communities, coastal towns can better market what they have. In the COPRONET project we have developed a Quality Coast label. The partners on their own behalf have developed a label which will enable a coastal town or municipality to show that it's doing its tourism in a so-called good way. For example, using renewable energy, using local produce, taking nature and landscape into account, so that it's not just exploiting nature but working with nature. And the advantage of having such a Quality Coast label, which can be translated into the use of a flag being hoisted on the town hall, is that you will attract more visitors, and this again will bring more income to the destination, but without destroying the nature on which the tourism depends. Partners can learn from each other in both a positive and a negative sense with respect to aspects of coastal management. Today we're living in a so-called information age where we can get any information of anything, about anything from, for example, the internet. And yet it's still the case that a small municipality, for example in Portugal, might be conducting a particular piece of management for the coast, which could be applicable in the United Kingdom, but which is completely unknown. And what COPRONET is doing is allowing these partners to bridge that information gap so that they can learn from each other and improve the quality of their tourist product. Another major benefit is that we're working in local language. All of our work is being translated into 11 national languages, and this is very important because the people who are working at in coastal management are in fact working in their own language, not in the international language of English. And we have found it's been enormously beneficial for people to be able to work in their own language. I think these are the two biggest benefits.
21 partners from 11 countries, a large group of people representing nearly all sectors and groups of interests which are involved in coastal zone management, had a unique chance for common work. Under the coordination of EUCC, the Coastal Union, which is the largest European coastal organization, scientists and real practitioners achieved a great progress in common understanding and sharing experiences. It has been probably the first time when and where people from small local communities, such as Samothrace in Greece, can exchange with the people from other small communities such as Stepnica in Poland. How to solve and manage problems connected with the development of tourism, how to attract people to these new destinations, but without losing existing natural and traditional values. These problems could be compared and discussed with people representing very well developed and very advanced in tourism business communities, such as Zandvoort in the Netherlands. And they were. 11 workshops, 2 big conferences and quite a large number of other events have helped to identify many aspects necessary in common European managing of coastal tourism and development combined with nature preservation. Study visits have given absolutely great chances for practitioners to visit other partners' destinations and then implement the best from coastal practice in their own place.
Coastlines was a really important initiative because it gave an opportunity to our organization to get involved in a quite large network of interesting people and organizations that provided many ideas and a lot of food for thought for many actions that could be further realized in Greece. Gave us the opportunity also to arrange and to organize the first meeting of the Greek Coastal Practitioner Network.
For all those who are involved in the work for the coast, tourism is one of the biggest challenges. Not only in the beach zone, but at the destination itself. Every year, millions of people use the coast for leisure and recreational activities. From just admiring nature values lying on the beach, having and using summer houses here, to participating or observing races. Each destination can offer various attractions, but all are rather based on natural values. Project participants clearly identify these problems. We know how sensitive the coastal zone is and what people usually want here. But we also know that we have
high amounts of high valuable nature areas, and at the same time we often see that the pressure from the public, from leisure activities, building summer houses, creates problems in many of the areas. Some of the areas with high wishes for hotels and so on, and the activities are growing in the area. At the same time, it's a Natura 2000 site, and a plan for use and protection at the same time is very needed here.
We are living in the age of changes. The most important is the climatic change, but also our perception of neighborhood has changed. In the time of holiday, we are looking more and more often for new destinations, more friendly, more natural, where it is not a big surprise to meet with a spoonbill or white-tailed eagle. For this reason, quality coast tourism milestones have been identified for both tourists and visitors, as well as local decision makers. Also, as a new tool for coastal spatial planners. On the list of quality coast tourism milestones, nature is the most important. Not only nature itself, but also how it is described and present at the coastal destination, region, community, and town. How rich is biodiversity, and is this paradise easy to reach? And we wish our place to spend holiday not to be overbuilt. It is also very important how much space there still is for local accommodation, local tradition and culture offered to visitors. More and more often we also look to see if we still have a chance to taste something straight and original from a local cuisine, or just straight from nature. More and more often visitors ask for local products, not those made in China, but really made from local sources by local people. Or to try to use the local, sometimes old-fashionable but fascinating public transport. Cultural authenticity in some places is so easy to find and so characteristic, but also unforgettable remains from ancient times can be found nearly everywhere. Not only in Greece, but here since ages coastal tourism has been combining with archaeology. Many local organizations in the coastal zone decide to organize guided nature tours to show specific local nature phenomena, like those in the United Kingdom. For educational purposes, small visiting centers are being established, like the one in Stepnica, a small local community in Poland. These are specific signs which show new possibilities for tourism development.
Over 4 million people visit Zandvoort each year, and these tourists, they come to the beach, enjoy the sun, and they spend a good time, but also leave a lot of rubbish on the beach. The 40 pavilions we have here in Zandvoort came up with a sustainable beach management plan. And what we would like to do is to show the customers we have that we are very serious about having a clean beach and are very serious about our environment. And if we can do that, then we can expose that to 4 or 5 million people each year. And that gives us a lot of strength, I think.
Who would be interested in using dirty water for any tourist purposes? All attractions connected with the sea and coast need to take care about the environment. But especially for the sea, where many new tourist attractions are possible now, caring about water quality is important for all of us. From waste collection and recycling to proper wastewater management. And here many efforts have been made, for instance, in the municipality of Calvia, a very active CopraNet partner destination.
Behind me you see the Quality Coast flag. That's the result of our cooperation with a number of countries in the CopraNet project. We started in 2004 with a number of entrepreneurs in Zandvoort. Together working at the sustainable tourism in Zandvoort. A project that's really important for us because in the summertime in Zandvoort we receive over 4 million tourists in a place that's surrounded by beautiful nature. So for the municipality of Zandvoort and also the inhabitants and the entrepreneurs, it's important to find a good balance between all the visitors and also the important nature we have here in our municipality.
Beautiful nature, good balance between users, it all sounds as good advertising. But nature, by erosion processes, can thwart even the best of our management activities. So, particularly here, we need a good solution between nature and our needs. And that is something that scientists bring into the CopraNet project.
The main contribution of Aberdeen was the scientific aspects of the programme with expertise in coastal erosion. We had done a lot of work in coastal erosion, particularly in relation to oil pipelines and other things, and that generic information was transferred into CopraNet, and that was probably our main input. And we had provided information on techniques that we had used, and we transferred that to other members.
In the Coastal Practice Network project, scientists have given a lot to practitioners. By personal contacts, study visits, workshops and conferences, many people can share their threats, question marks, but also share with good results. How we can manage eroded beaches, how we can find a balance between natural processes and human development.
Well, it can be a very lonely job to work as a coastal planner in a county like Storstrøm or in a municipality in Denmark. There's a lot of pressure at the coast in Denmark for investments for windmill, tourist purpose and all other kinds of urban development and so on. And therefore for me it's like having a lifeline to be member in a project like Coastlines, where I can meet people from other countries working for sustainable development at the coast and knowing a lot about the coast.
Yes, know a lot about coast. That has been something that was the aim of the project. A network of people who are in various bodies and on different levels of responsibility for our coasts. Their management in Denmark, Poland, Greece, Portugal, France, the United Kingdom, Spain, Ireland, Sweden, Germany and the Netherlands. From completely various geographical regions, from old and new European states, with large and small experience in the coastal zone management, from places very well known and from places which are waiting for their discovery. All about beach management guide or quality coast tourism milestones can be found on the project webpage. Also more than 115 case studies which can be as a mirror to your destination, because it is a living European project.
We were very surprised by the intensity of cooperation of this network, which was not supposed to transfer so many experiences, but only at the beginning to exchange experience. So we were very surprised and happy to see how deep the intensity of cooperation was in Coastlines network. Coastlines, from the point of view of the Secretariat of Interreg 3C West, is a very good operation because there is a very good management of this operation. Although this network comprises many partners, about 20 or even more than 20 partners, it was very well managed, and we were, in a sense, even surprised by the capacity of this network to transfer good practice from Coastlines to other partners. One of the best tools, in our view, is certainly the database which has been developed by Coastlines, which is already a tool which could be certainly beginning of a new story of Coastlines in the next generation of programs.
If one day during your holiday time, in any of the coastal areas in Europe, you will see a quality coast flag, you can be sure that in this destination, friendly people manage in a friendly way a friendly piece of our common European nature heritage. In a wild landscape, or that changed by man.
We love initiatives like Quality Coast because it gives us new reasons to promote Zandvoort and to attract new people for business and tourist purposes. So it makes my job easier.